Oh, 'tis a lovely thing for youth to early walk in wisdom's way, to fear a lie, to speak the truth that we may trust to all they say. But liars we can never trust, even when they say what is true. And he who does one fault at first and lies to hide it makes it two. Have we not known, nor heard, nor read how God does hate deceit and wrong? Lie upon his tongue, if Sapphire die. When she came in and grew so bold as to confirm that wicked lie which just before her husband told. The Lord delights in them that speak the words of truth, but every liar must have his portion in the lake that burns with brimstone and fire. Craven, I go choke puppy. Craven, I go choke puppy. Craven, I go choke puppy. Oh. The Right Excellent Robert Nesta Marley, O.M. Craven choke puppy. It's a Jamaican expression. It's a Jamaican proverb. And he has put it to music. Craven choke puppy. Before that, the poetry, Against Lying is the title. Against Lying. It was written by Isaac Watts. Isaac Watts. Watts. Isaac Watts was an English congregational minister, hymn writer, theologian, and logician. He was a prolific and popular hymn writer, and is credited with some 750 hymns. His works include When I Survey the Wondrous Cross, Joy to the World, and Our God, Our Help in Ages Past. He's recognized as the godfather of English hymnody. Many of his hymns remain in use today and have been translated into numerous languages. Craven, I go choke puppy. Craven, I go choke puppy. Craven, I go choke puppy. Oh. (2021 to 2030 is the International Decade of Healthy Aging, the International Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, the International Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, the Decade of Action for Road Safety, and the UN International Decade of Indigenous Languages. It's the 17th day of the first month of 2023, the International Year of Millets, and a millet, M-I-L-L-E-T, is a cereal grown in warm countries and regions with poor soils, bearing a large crop of small seeds, which are chiefly used to make flour. 2023 is also the International Year of Dialogue as a guarantee of peace. Here in Jamaica, the month of January is being observed as Earthquake Awareness Month. January is also Soup Month. Meanwhile, the United States is observing Human Trafficking Awareness Month and Mentorship Month. It's Antonovden or St. Anthony's Day in Bulgaria. Hoy es martes el 17 de enero 2023 y les saludamos en cualquier parte del mundo que nos están escuchando en este momento. Estamos muy agradecidos por el don de la vida y el privilegio de servirles en otra edición de su programa, Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia. Nunca vamos a tomar su audiencia por sentado, porque sabemos que ustedes tienen otras opciones. Y esta es la razón por la cual jamás olvidamos darle las gracias por elegir Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia, de lunes a viernes desde las 2 hasta las 5 de la tarde, aquí en Power 106 FM. La misión continúa para educar, capacitar, iluminar y estimular el espíritu empresarial. Bienvenidos. Así yo. That's your favorite beverage? I hear it's very good, so I hear. uh, surname. Uh, Hi Delta, how are you? uh, Velta Wilson. Velta Wilson is also online. So once again, greetings to Inez Ayona Campbell, Lorraine Brown, Paulette Roden Brooks, Chris Banton, Lesline McEwen, Ranny Bell, Norman Hines, and Ricardo in Glengough, St. Catherine. Good afternoon to Sean Chambers and uh, Velta Wilson. Yeah, that the mic was muted. We're good to go. And Lorraine Brown says, good afternoon, Sir D. How are you doing? Happy New Year to you too, Lorraine Brown. Thank you very much. And all the very best. Let's see if we can give you the usual update or updates in terms of the news at home and abroad. So let's see what we have here now. Stephen Murad announced as new Digicel Jamaica CEO. Stephen Murad has been announced as the new Chief Executive Director of Digicel Jamaica following the resignation of Jabor Kayumov. That sounds like a Russian name. After 2 years at the helm, Murad has held a number of senior commercial roles for Digicel. So Digicel apparently has quite a dynamic operation, and therefore they don't lapse into complacency, or they try, they tell us, to not lapse into complacency as opposed to being on the ball and on their toes, dealing with it as it happens, whatever it is. But so it is. Also, World Food Program Chief Somali famine slowed, not avoided. The head of the Nobel Peace Prize winning World Food Program, WFP, says support from donors like the United States and Germany has allowed it to postpone, though not entirely avert, famine in Somalia. Hello to the people of Somalia. Hope you are being fed not just with the breath, but also the bread of life. Protesters call for CPFSA head's resignation. Now, there, as in anything in this life, there are different steps that have to be taken depending on the nature of the matter and so on and so forth. And the swirling controversy over the last couple of weeks, a lot of it distasteful, despicable, uh, and just generally appalling. And when these things happen, those of us who occupy positions of authority or just decision-making positions, that's when one's leadership or lack thereof will come through one way or another. So it's not in the good times when everything is all rosy. It's not in the good times that you're truly tested as a leader. It's in times like these, when the world seems to be upside down, that the leadership is tested. And that tells us, that telegraphs to us where someone stands as far as leadership is concerned. But we have to also recognize that there is a thing called due process, and there are procedures, and there are ways that certain things have to be done. But fundamentally, like everybody else, we find those developments involving our children in state care appalling and repulsive. But we have to have systems, processes, and procedures which take into account the nature and extent of whatever matter that arises within a particular space and time. The system has to be so dynamic that what needs to be done arising from whatever the matter is, that action is taken in no uncertain terms, and decisions flow from there. So that's another of the stories. Also, opposition lashes FSC, urges government to break silence on SSL matter. And the story, according to the Jamaica Gleaner, and since this one is on the lips of everybody, we'll share a bit of it with you.